the life issue is really important to me. Okay, best I can tell, Barack Obama hasn't done a whole lot to help babies in the womb. Can you cite for me one thing that he's done to help babies before they're born to make sure that they get born?
Okay, well, the president is pro-choice. Like, if that is a major issue for you, like that's not something that's going to change. However, there's a lot of things you can do. Even as a pro-choice is not necessarily pro-abortion. Like, there are definitely ways that you can reduce the numbers as best as possible, and also provide care for those children in the womb. He mentioned Obamacare. There's free preventative care for pregnant women to make sure that they get the care they need, so those kids grow up healthy. And once they are born, they're in a place with hopefully a better economy, and also they have health care guaranteed.
You know, I have to confess to you, I have a hard time putting. That's a very clever statement. That just because you're for abortion doesn't mean you're against babies. I wonder if the 4,500 babies who are aborted every day would buy that rhetoric.
There's definitely something that we disagree on that is at a very deep level, and I don't want to pretend like I'm going to be able to convince you, because I understand.
I understand. What do you think it is inside of a woman before she gives birth to it?
I think it's a fetus.
It's not a human being.
It is a fetus.
So it takes what to become a human being?
To be born.
So it's a matter of location.
I think it's a matter of being able to, I really don't want to get into the issue of defining life. I'm not exactly 100% on everything about this.
It's all right, I'm not going to club you with the microphone. Okay, so you think that if the baby moves from inside to outside, that makes it a baby?
I think that when it lives on its own, yes.
If somebody needs, say, a heart monitor, or let's say a kidney monitoring, a dialysis machine to stay alive, would that mean that they're not human because they rely on something?
It doesn't mean they're not human, sir. I know you're trying to get the gotcha questions on this, and like I said, there's a fundamental difference that we have on this, and I respect that. Like, it's just that in some instances, I believe that people should have a choice on it, and I believe that as a man, it's not really my call. Like, I want a woman to be able to have the best medical care, have the best decision, and I want her for it to be the doctor and her that decides.
So as a man, I'm not able to make any sort of moral judgment?
No, sir. And if you and your significant other, you and your wife, it's definitely something you decide on together. But I think it's not the government.
You don't think the government should be imposing values?
I don't think the government should be taking away rights from women.
So you think it's a right to end the life of your child?
I think that Roe v. It is not a child yet. I think it's a fetus, and I think Roe v. Wade has confirmed that it is a right. Yes.
All right. So we really keep coming back to that nagging issue. What is it that makes that child a baby outside, but inside it's not?
Right. And sir, and that is definitely a very key issue. I understand you come from it from your faith background, from any sort of background.
Actually, I come from that from logic.
Okay, you can call it as you wish, sir, and it's fine. Some people disagree on it. The thing is that if you're talking about presidential elections, things like that, I don't even think it's even a major issue to be concerned about.
It is if you're one of those 4,500 babies. All right, let me just ask you one last question. I won't harangue you. If that baby, that thing inside, all right, would you be at least willing to say we're not sure if it's a human being as opposed to just a blob of tissue? Is it possible that you could be wrong on this issue?
I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm 100% certain on everything in the world.
So if that's the case, if it could actually be a human being...
It will be a human being eventually.
Okay, so either way, you're impeding the life of a human being because it will be. So it's just a matter of time.
Sir, I believe that women should have a right to choose. I believe that
a right to choose to potentially put an end to the life of their own child.
Sir, I believe that we should be working as best we can to reduce abortion. That's
just hasn't happened though.
I know, but there are ways to go about it. But increased contraception access, which I don't know if you agree with that or not either. But that is one way to get around it.
Right. So the issue, however, though, of terminating the life of a baby, you should think that an individual should have the right. Now, so you don't think it's a moral issue?
I think it's a moral decision to be made between a woman and her doctor.
So you're okay with the government imposing some sort of moral values on people, correct? I trust you are. You think it's wrong to rape or to beat somebody up?
That's correct. Sir, I think we're good here.
All right.
I hope
Thank you very much. Appreciate it very much.
Salted worship. Is this any good?
No, it's terrible. That's why we made it.
I haven't heard it.
Well, it's the old hymns with the great theology. You can sing along, and then Puritan prayers that basically make you feel like dirt.
I'll do this. It's empty. You got it in?
I got it in.
That's exalted.
No. No. What?